Well, a very good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome to Sail Talk Sunday. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties. It always seems like we have some problems. I don't know what's going on, but I tried to load some slides into today's presentation and it crashed my computer. So we are booting that up right now, and we'll get that figured out momentarily, so bear with us. But in the meantime, happy Sunday, happy Easter, happy
Yes.
end of Passover. Wow, and happy April 20th. It's springtime. Mark's the computer genius over here.
I'm the computer guy. Yes. How was our audio this morning?
Yeah, let us
Um,
know. Afternoon.
Is it on? I was more asking, is it on?
Oh, well, let's see here. It looks like we do have some people that have already chimed in. Brian Shell is here. Can't even read. It's so small on my phone. Good afternoon, everyone. From a recumbent bike on which I'm earning my
Wow.
lunch
Wow.
here on the Silver Moon somewhere in the Pacific. That's exciting.
That's amazing.
I love it, Brian.
That's amazing.
I wish we could turn a live cam on where
Right.
you are,
Yes.
because that would
That'd
probably be
fun.
way more interesting than watching us talk.
Oh my gosh. So Brian is on Silver Sea Moon.
Yeah, Silverman.
Silver Moon.
Yes.
Which is Silver Seas.
Yes.
Oh, that's why it upgraded you to Windows 11 or it upgraded overnight and crashed the whole computer.
I
Thanks.
love Windows.
Thanks, Windows.
Personal one.
I'm gonna let you take it
Thank
here.
you.
You're welcome. Okay, so we just got off of MSC World America. That is the most recent sailing, and our next sailing is when? Where's the?
That's not on here because
What's
this is a special event.
Oh, it's a special event. Okay, so our next sailing is coming in 8 days.
I don't know. I don't even remember. I was going to look at that, and I've been so busy trying to get everything else added on.
That's the cutest thing. That's the cutest thing.
Sorry, everyone.
It's a tough life when you don't know when your next cruise is. According to this, it's in 19 days, so that's not
Oh,
right.
you don't have the other one
I
added.
don't have the other one added. Okay, none of us know when our next cruise is, but we did just get off of MSC World America. Oh, there we went small. Hi everyone.
Oh, dang
I
it.
don't know what you're doing.
We'll change that. There we go.
Okay.
I don't know why it keeps doing that. Sorry.
So MSC World America, we were on there for a week for her inaugural cruise. You're going to hear us talk about this in our full review. There were several things that disappointed us about this experience. It was, in fact, one of the more disappointing cruise experiences that we've had, and so we'll talk more about that in the full review. The first 24 hours, we worked on putting together the first 24 hours on board. That'll actually go out today, now that we're home and we have reliable internet to upload it. Unfortunately, we wanted to upload that while we were on the ship, but we just could not get YouTube videos to upload. And so that'll go up today, the first 24 hours, or maybe it should go up should it go up on Easter Sunday? Is that weird? Is anyone watching YouTube today?
I don't know. We have
I don't
15
know.
people with us
Is anyone
today.
on YouTube on Easter Sunday?
Apparently, some people are.
It's a good question. Let us know if you, I think it should go up today because I'd like to get the full review out this week as well before we get on board Margaritaville at Sea.
Yeah.
But overall, we both came home with colds, unfortunately. So if you hear that in our voices, that's what's happening.
Yeah.
How are you feeling this morning?
A little congested, a little scratchy. Not 100%. I'll definitely say that.
And we swear by our immune supplements. We have these Zycam immune supplements that we swear by.
Yes.
We
are looking for sponsorships from them.
Yes, Zycam. Zycam, absolutely. The amount of money we spend on the immune supplements, and we tell everyone about them. 19 last year.
19 cruises last year is what he was trying to say.
Got my hot tea right here. 19 cruises last year, and you got sick more than I did last year. You were sick more than I was last year, which is unique because I'm usually the one that I talk to everyone. I'm out and about around the ship. I'm blah blah blah. People are coughing on me always on the airline. Always. It doesn't matter where I sit on an airplane. People are coughing on me.
It's true. He finds them. I don't know how he does it.
So I got to return the favor yesterday. I'm kidding. I double masked actually on the flight home because I think it's just the responsible thing to do. Your opinions may vary. And so we're home. We're in Phoenix, which is good.
It is nice.
World America.
MSC World America is what the discussion is today. Yeah.
I mean, we'll talk about some other stuff too.
Of course.
I mean, we can't stay on the script to save Anything. Okay.
To say
Who else is here?
Yep. Marcy Busey is here. Good day, everyone, and a happy Easter to you as well, Marcy. Thanks for being here. Tom is here. Hello. A relaxing Sunday afternoon for Tom.
That's great.
That's wonderful.
There's nothing better than a relaxing afternoon, in my opinion.
Yes. Sandy C is here. Happy Easter, Sandy.
Hey, Sandy C.
Oh, we certainly are. Thank you for that, Blake.
Blake.
Here we go.
Blake for the win.
Oh,
that's cool.
Thank you, Blake.
I love that.
You know, no one was here. We missed you last Saturday because no one was here to let us know that we were flipped.
We didn't realize until we watched the replay. No one also let us know that we had
really bad
Japanese subtitled audio. Oh my gosh, that
was a horrible replay, y'all. We're so sorry.
I was watching and I was like, I just can't do this.
No.
But we did go live with Tall Man's Cruise Adventures. You saw, if you tuned into that they have upgraded and added lighting. They were very, very happy about their lighting upgrades. I think
it was actually kind of funny. They mentioned that they upgraded their lighting because of the live stream that we did with them on the Carnival Firenze.
I mean, they are so great. We absolutely adore them. They do like their deck tours. They do like their deck plan tours. That's kind of their signature. So if you ever want to see in-depth deck tours of the ship, we will do a tour of World America.
We've got all the content for it.
But we're going to jump from section to section versus walk through the entirety of the tour. And so the great news about YouTube is there is something for everyone out there. I love that.
Different styles of ship tours, etc. It's really nice. Yes, I am blaming my IT department. Thank you. Next Sunday. Yes, I think that's when we fly. We fly to Paradise next Sunday and we board Monday? I don't know.
Okay. Thanks. I'm glad Mom and Dad know our schedule.
Oh, and Mom and Dad told us to reverse. We were backwards as well. Thank you, Mom and Dad.
I'm gonna just put a cough drop in. I'm gonna try not to suckle it though, because that'll be
noisy. Yes. Life with Tanisha Nurse said 192 days until her next cruise. Tell us what it is, Tanisha. We want to know more.
Yeah, which cruise is that?
Connie Ledford said Happy Sail Talk Sunday. 25 and 25. So Connie's here.
Yes, 25 and 25. We could not let a week go by without at least coming in and saying hello for a little bit of your weekend.
Yeah, we're gonna try to refrain and keep our voices nice and nice.
Okay, who else?
Karen Compton is here. Good afternoon and happy Easter to you, Karen. Obviously, our throats are okay. Well, I mean, we
are coming to you live.
Now our audio is off sync. Come on.
Why? 3 seconds of delay in audio. We just got a text. Is it? Maybe we have to go back to StreamYard.
Maybe.
I mean, what the heck?
I'm gonna do something real quick, so bear with me. Maybe that fixed it. I don't know.
Weird. This is the second time in a row now that our audio has been out of sync.
Yeah, we were Kung Fu delayed. We're Kung Fu movie.
Oh, I hate that. Oh,
no, me too.
Here, I'm just gonna cover my mouth while I talk.
There we go.
So
we'll just put our masks on.
Fantastic.
Actually,
perfect.
That works out nice. Okay, so now
look at this. Now, I mean,
now you won't even know that we're delayed. It's great.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, never mind. Not Frozen. Okay, I don't know. Thank you so much for just being part of our cruise community. I know we can be a titch silly. Yeah, I see it here too.
Well, this is always a different thing. If I were to turn on the audio, you would hear it would play more in sync.
But look at the.
No, I know. If I turn that on.
Okay.
See? Yeah. That's why I keep that muted. That has nothing to do with what you all are experiencing. Looks like Life with Tanisha RN is going to be on the Carnival Mardi Gras on October 25th and Star of the Seas on October of 2026, so a year forward. Okay. Looking forward to that because her mom will be joining her for her first cruise. That's amazing.
Amazing.
Tanisha, we will be going on Star of the Seas here in August during her inaugural. And now I'm just going to use air quotes for any time we talk about inaugurals. I feel so... we'll get to it.
Yeah.
But we will have some really good content out about that, which is going to be awesome for you. Hope everyone is having a relaxing holiday. Oh, well, perfect. It worked for once. Never know when that's going to work. Thank you, Blake. Hope everyone is having a wonderful Sunday, Easter holiday weekend. Be sure to hit that thumbs up and help support the channel. Thank you so much, Blake, for that.
What did you have for breakfast this morning?
I had a matzo cereal. So I took pieces of matzah and broke it down. This is a mom's recipe, actually.
Ooh.
Thanks, Mom. Took matzah, broke it down into a bowl, and then poured hot coffee over it and added some syrup for sweetness.
Hot coffee.
Coffee.
Oh, interesting.
I helped to mush up the matzah. It was really good.
He sent me pictures of it because we are quarantining. We are quarantining ourselves as well.
There's actually a glass divider
Yeah,
right here.
yeah, exactly. We should put up one of those plexiglass
Yeah,
dividers
right.
that they put up in all the stores. Yeah.
Well, Mark managed to give me whatever gunk he had, so
There were so many people on that ship that were coughing and
yeah, but they weren't in our cabin.
well, you don't know. You don't know it came from me. I did a very good job quarantining and washing my hands.
Notice how he quickly takes a drink of his tea. He's casting some tea shade right there.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Connie said that does it. Perfect. I'm glad to hear that. Lindsay Mashaw, good evening. Lindsay, I got an email from a cruise line that you may have booked something. You wanna tell us more about that booking that you created?
Okay.
Interesting. Thank you so much, Lindsay. Congratulations on the booking, by the way.
He's leaving us all suspended.
I am.
Suspended?
Yeah,
In suspense.
in suspense. There you go. Loving the show. Thank you so much, Tanisha. If nothing else, will bring a smile to your face. Kathy Rainwater, 635 days until their next cruise. It's going to be a while.
Yes.
Not sure if we'll plan for others.
You
return.
will.
You should.
You will. Let us help you.
Oh, wait, let us help you. Absolutely. That is a sign that I should say, hey, if you need a travel agent, please feel free to reach out, rocky@thiscruiselife.com, or go to thiscruiselife.com/travel. All of my services are there.
Fantastic. Blake said the problem started when we flipped.
Oh,
Oh.
good to know. Thank you.
Mom did text and say, great, whatever you did.
Okay.
Funny, audio is still a little off.
Aye. Can't wait to see our Star of the Seas content. We're excited for that. Connie's heading out to Margaritaville at Sea Islander in 26 days.
Okay, fantastic.
That's great. And then we'll be seeing Connie on our group cruise. Connie's
Islander.
Yep.
An Islander in 26 days.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
But she's joining us for our group cruise, which is exciting.
Tell who do we want her to tell hi to? Our bartender.
VJ?
VJ, we say hello.
If he's out in
yes.
public bars again.
Yes.
I don't know why they put him downstairs. That was horrible.
Waiting, they said.
Yeah. All right. Sandy C said Southerners talk with their hands. So for me, your hands are out of control and out of sync as well. Yeah, it's true. Weather is not bad, but darn pollen, yeah, won't let me be great for the life of anything decent. That was Mark before we left for this past sailing.
Yes, my allergies have been awful, absolutely awful here in Phoenix. Which in Phoenix they shouldn't be awful, in my opinion.
Yeah. Blake also talks with his hands. If he sits on his hands, then he can't talk. It's just the way it works.
I mean, y'all have seen a video or two of ours. Yes.
Mark is more of a hand talker than I am.
I am very much so.
Let's see, Life with Tanisha is in Alabama, and the hands must be part of the conversation. Same with Italians.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Looks like Karen Compton is going to be on the Aqua in a few weeks. Can't wait. The week after here. Oh.
We'll be posting all throughout the sailing on Instagram and Twits. I don't know that we have great YouTube service on. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll try it.
We'll see how the internet is. It'll give us a good chance to test it.
We have the metered 150 minutes. So we'll do what we can.
It's an inaugural, so we may have to upgrade. We'll see.
Oh, no.
What?
Kimberly broke her femur.
Oh, no.
It's this bone right here.
Oh.
It is the strongest bone in your body, as a matter of fact.
The femur is?
The femur, yeah.
Ah,
and when you break it, that's a long recovery time.
Well, I am sorry to hear that. We are sending you good vibes for a full speedy recovery.
Yes. Marcy is on the Radiance in 35 days.
Okay.
And I think
Connie's on the group cruise.
Yes, she is.
That's fantastic.
And she wants to know which bar he is at.
He was at the casino bar while we were on, but they were rotating him to train at every bar. So halfway through our cruise, they sent him down to train at the crew bar. So we don't know where VJ is going to be, but he will make you a fantastic Cadillac margarita. Tell him Mark and Rocky sent you.
Yeah, I think if you find our full re-review of the Islander,
okay,
I think we have a picture of VJ in there.
Yeah, our 1 year, or 1 year later.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. For 6 months. 6 months later, yeah.
Okay, so the reason you all came here today is not to catch up. I mean, we love catching up with you all, of course. Yes. We love knowing what's going on in your cruise world. And please, do continue to connect and everything else. But we did prepare a few images that we wanted to share from our fun experience on board MSC World America.
Yes, we did.
In case you didn't know what ship we were on, here it is. There she is. I thought that was probably one of my favorite photos that I took of this ship. That was when we were docked in the port of San Juan, Puerto Rico. Absolutely loved it. We always love Puerto Rico. We went to our favorite spot, which if you are going to Puerto Rico, you know that that's Marilyn's place. Marilyn Monroe themed bar. It's so much fun.
10 out of 10 recommend.
Yes. So that was fantastic. And then Mark doesn't even know what images I pulled together. I just pulled some highlights really from our cruise. Like this, I thought was a really neat view because it shows you the whole harbor space on board, which has that lighthouse in the middle. And that lighthouse is actually a replica of the lighthouse at Ocean Cay, their private reserve island where we went.
It's also a slide.
It is also a little slide, yeah, a kid slide. And then on the left side of the screen is where you see the ropes course, which has that yellow track piece is actually a zip line that goes over the promenade, which is like 20 decks below you, which was a wild experience. And Mark and I both did that. And then on the right side, you see all three of the water slides. They have that dark teal one is a drop slide, and then it kind of goes around in circles. And then the lighter teal one is a racing slide that Mark and I did. And that was actually really fun. Mark won both times, even though we swapped sides, which was wild. And then the yellow one is actually a high-tech slide. You are given a set of VR goggles to go on that slide. And you get to experience like octopus chasing you and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that one was down for maintenance the day that we went up to ride the slides, so we didn't get to do that.
But I mean, the slides were epic.
They were really good.
The racers, I did win both racing slides. Yeah.
Mark doesn't like body slides,
I
and
don't.
we still managed to have a wonderful time.
The drop slide was amazing.
Which shocked both of us on how fun that drop slide was.
Yeah.
Let's see, we got some more comments that have come through. Sandy said that her son broke his femur this weekend.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, I was just looking to figure out why so audio continues to be off, and so I was just trying to figure out if is there a quick fix.
Okay.
Your audio source may not be set up correctly or may be malfunctioning. Okay.
Sure, that's helpful.
So we're here.
Yeah.
And the audio comes in here, right? Okay.
Yeah, this is not being used.
Okay.
Let's see here. Lindy Michaud, Carnival Horizon Transatlantic was canceled. So they turned around and booked the Scarlet Lady Transatlantic next October, and she used my special booking link, which was awesome.
It's not gonna be too terrible. Sounds like a fun time.
I agree. That's gonna be a blast, Lindsay. I'm really excited for you. I will take a look at your reservation probably either today or tomorrow and just make sure everything looks really good and that it's all synced up for you and that you're getting the best options available. All right. Let's see, what else do we got? Wraps femur in bubble wrap.
Right?
I mean, seriously, Blake.
My gosh.
No lie there.
It's so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Honestly, the harbor was I'm trying to think.
I know.
Harbor was one of the coolest design spaces. The wayfinding, the signage to find your way around the ship. I was going to call it the Wayfair. The Wayfair, if you do want to drop in the DM. The wayfinding around the ship, just the theming was fantastic. They had life jackets on a wooden, raft, and that was the sign to get out to the harbor. And then you saw that replica lighthouse, the water slides. Again, it was a bummer that the yellow slide was down already. She's like, yeah, maintenance. Something's broken on it. And so that was a bummer.
Part of me wonders if it was the VR part of the experience. It's like if
no, she said they couldn't get the water flow right. They couldn't figure out the water flow for the ride. Yeah, so there's something wrong with the water on the ride.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it is what it is. I mean, I don't know why it's so dark.
I don't either.
Let me fix that.
Okay,
there we go. Yeah, it is what it is. We'll make it work. I mean, we had a great time still anyway. Cruising with Brandy, she is just getting off of work and joining in. So happy Easter, Brandy.
Happy Easter, Brandy. Thank you for being here.
Lindsay said they're excited to try Virgin Voyages, and she's excited for me to check it out.
I'm excited. So we, our friends from Bass Travels were on board World America with us, and they literally side by sided between World America and Virgin. I have a feeling I know which one they're gonna like more.
I mean, they came from the yacht club on World America.
That's
So
true. That's true. They did have the yacht club, and the yacht club they gave us the opportunity to do a tour of the yacht club since we weren't staying there this time.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. I'm glad that we had a chance to go up to the yacht club and
Me
experience
too.
it because I didn't feel as bad not booking this yacht club personally.
Ooh, there's a little
Personally.
preview into our video.
No, I mean, we'll talk about this in the tour, not the full review because we didn't stay in the yacht club.
Correct.
But we'll talk about it in the tour. It's just huge.
It's massive. It spans.
It's the largest in the entire fleet.
Yeah, it spans from deck 15 up to 21.
It's huge.
Now there's no 17, but still, it is a massive, massive.
To the point where the yacht club restaurant can't house everyone.
Right.
And so they send part of the yacht club to the buffet each night for dinner. No, it's their own exclusive buffet.
And it's not even a buffet. It's not served as a buffet. You get a menu. I was talking to them. You get a menu and you place your order and you can do it family style where everyone at the table enjoys the same dish together, which I mean that's fun as long as the food is being prepared fresh to order and not sitting under warmers.
The restaurant on the yacht club was my favorite part of that experience. The daily roast risotto,
absolutely.
daily filet mignon.
And we wouldn't have to go to the restaurant outside at the yacht club if we didn't want to.
Well, I mean, you couldn't. There were several people that said they couldn't even get into the restaurant unless they wanted to eat at 10 o'clock at night.
Timing is everything. 10 o'clock worked for us.
10 o'clock. The yacht club restaurant isn't open at 10 o'clock at night.
No, it's not. People call me Craig is here, just letting you know he's reporting for duty. Hello.
Thank you.
And then Shaku Longstaff said hello to you both. Happy Easter. Looking forward to seeing our videos.
Hey, happy Easter. Today's video is going to be fun. It's just going to be a first 24 hours. We're going to talk about the embark process. We're going to talk about just our first impressions of the ship in those first 24 hours.
You're getting a little teaser of that here in this video.
A little teaser. Live. Embark was, as you heard on the live last week, embark was really smooth, really fantastic.
Except for when they did the all-call.
Except, there was that. Oh my gosh, yeah, okay, I'm thinking back to the first 24 hours. You have another picture?
I have a couple. There's one more comment that I want to get to. Lindsay Mashaw said, they're MSC people since that's the main line for them over there in Europe. They are going on the MSC Euribia in 27 days. They're trying new things, so that's exciting. We have Carnival Miracle in September, and now Virgin Voyages. Miracle's a great ship.
Here's my one caution.
Okay.
And I say this all the time.
Yes.
When you try other cruise lines, it can open your eyes into what else is possible out there, and it can become an expensive
hobby. It's 100% agree.
Yeah. Like our friend Brian, who's on Seashore Born.
Silver Moon.
Silver Sea, who's on Silver Sea, he said this is gonna be tough to compete with going forward.
I haven't been reading all the messages. I'm kind of guilty.
Brian, if you're still here, he hasn't been reading all the messages.
I've been busy getting everything set up for today's live stream. This was the last second thing, and we traveled last night. We got in around 9:30 back home finally, and then
we didn't do any work. We watched TV. We were bums on the couch with Hero.
We needed our comfort food at home because we're not feeling well, so
we made a pizza.
We did. And then I had to make a quick run downtown late last night to pick up your brother from a concert.
He went to see Kylie Minogue in concert last night, in case you've ever heard of her.
Yeah.
So, anyway, where are we going with this?
I don't know. Just,
okay.
It's the fog.
Yeah, the fog.
The fog.
We're in a little bit of fog.
Anyway, so that's why I wasn't reading Brian's texts. That's why it is. Full circle. We're there.
But he said he doesn't know how he's going to compete with Seaboard.
Well, good to know.
And so Lindsay is going to try these new lines. Yeah. And I mean, they'll be curious.
Yeah.
I love MSC. You've seen our reviews, or if you haven't seen our reviews, go out to the channel. We've got a whole MSC playlist. I've loved the experience on MSC. I will say, and again, a little preview to the full review. This was a disappointing experience. MSC let me down. And I'm really bummed by that because there were several really easy things they could have done to turn the experience around.
Yes.
Now, again, we'll share all of that in the details, and we'll talk about what we loved. Of course, there's so much to love about this new ship and the experience, but there were, and some of them Fingers crossed. Inaugural growing pains.
Yep.
But some of them were broader. Which will again. Sorry.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
That's
Mark's a little passionate. Connie said that she needs a little hero cameo soon.
I need a little hero cameo soon. He's sleeping in his pen right now, but he curled up against me last night all night long.
Yep. Mike is here. He said, "Hey guys, a month till he gets on the MSC World America."
Oh, World America. That's right. That's right. You're about a month after us. I'm hoping that some of the kinks actually, they should. The kinks should be worked out very quickly. Hopefully, they'll replenish their merchandise in the store so that you can buy your own World America merch.
Yeah, you'll notice that neither of us are wearing MSC branded items right now.
It's fine.
Okay. Lindsay said that cruising takes all their money. Thank goodness she's cheap. They got the Scarlet Lady transatlantic for a steal. Yeah. Those transatlantics on Virgin are actually very reasonably priced.
Should we do that too?
We
Which is
it.
it?
I don't look off the top of my head. I don't know. And Lindsay, don't put it in the comments. We'll pull it up. We'll take a look. We are now streaming in the included sauna and steam room. Both have big windows to see the sea.
That's amazing. Speaking of included saunas, World America had a giant included sauna in the locker room. So the women's locker room, I'm assuming. The men's locker room, I can confirm for sure.
Yep.
But the worker did say it was a mirror image on the other side. So good news. It was huge. Multiple benches that ran the whole way and giant windows.
And never anyone in them.
Some of the best pictures. Well, no one knows about it. We're going to do a secret space reveal. One of my favorite pictures of Ocean K is from the sauna because you just had the expansive view of the entire island. It was just beautiful.
It was great.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Okay.
All right. Shall we go back to some more pictures?
You only have 3 left, it looks
like.
I
do.
Okay.
So, of course, I wanted to talk about the shows. And we really, really enjoyed this surprise show of Dirty Dancing in concert. So they had 2 different Dirty Dancing options available during the sailing. One of them was the in-concert version, which is what you saw there on the screen. And that was the movie of Dirty Dancing. The actual full feature-length movie was playing on screen. And when the music would come on the movie, the stage production team would actually lower the volume of the movie. And the singers and actors and performers, musicians, etc., would come out and perform the scene live on stage.
It was so cool.
Yeah. So like if you've been to like Rocky Horror Picture Show, it's kind of that same interactive type of feel where you had live production going on and you could still see the movie happening in the background, which was really cool.
Yeah. It was one of the coolest things I've seen. Now that is look, if you're on World America, look for matinee Dirty Dancing in concert, because the nighttime also in the app lists Dirty Dancing in concert.
Oh, it should be Dirty Dancing Celebration.
It listed Dirty Dancing concert. That's why it was confusing.
Right.
So Dirty Dancing Celebration is the nighttime version.
Correct.
Matinee Dirty Dancing in concert is the dayside version.
So
they got the licensing for Dirty Dancing and they're like, well, we can't just use it once. Let's use it in several places.
So it's on C days is when we saw it. It was 2 of our 3 C days is when they did the Dirty Dancing days, if you want to call it that.
Okay.
Super cool event. Really enjoyed that. Now the celebration was it left a lot to be desired.
We'll talk more about that in the full review.
We will. Let's see what else we got. Oh yes, I know what this slide is.
We've got a couple of questions.
We do. Okay, let me go ahead and go there.
Okay.
Mom and Dad want to know an example of the disappointment on MSC.
Yeah, so MSC recently changed their drinks package, and they are clearly still learning. And this isn't an inaugural thing. We've heard this from other ships in the fleet as well. So we have the previously sunset, what's now sunset version, and it just depended who you went to, whether you got charged or whether they would even make the drink for you. Sorry, I can't make that for you on this package. You're going to need to go over here to buy a drink. It's not included in your package anymore. And so it was what we sometimes joke about MSC. It's consistently inconsistent. You just, from day to day, you're not quite sure what you're going to get. And so, that we went to guest services, we asked them about that, and they said, no, we've confirmed with headquarters, we've confirmed with the powers that be that you should not be eligible to get those drinks. Well, we've always gotten those drinks on every MSC sailing we've ever done.
Yeah.
And then we went to the bar the next day and our bartenders made those drinks. And so different bartenders made the drinks. And so it literally just depends on who you talk. The other consistently inconsistent, I think we talked about this on Tom M's cruise adventures. Maybe we did the cliffhanger slide that went over the or swing that went over the edge, and the gal, she was like, "Oh, you can leave your sunglasses on. It's a bright day out. Don't worry about it." And so we go up. There's two swings that go out. We were in the right swing. Our friend Max was in the left swing. And so she's like, yeah, leave them on. We get there, and the guy's like, you need to take your glasses off and put them in the bin.
And she warned us, like, you'll want to take your glasses off for the picture, so this way you can identify yourselves in the picture gallery, because they actually take your picture and it's professionally done.
I said, okay, we'll take them off for the picture and then put them back on. He's like, no, you need to take them off. And I said, well, she just said we can leave them on because it's a bright day. He said, I told you, take them off and put them in the bin.
He got very stern with us.
I mean, we weren't. I mean, you know us. We weren't belligerent. Yeah. We weren't arguing. We were just like, well, she just said we can leave them on because it's a bright day. I told you, take them off and put them in the bin.
So we put them. We comply. We go to sit down on our thing, and we look over, and our friend Max is already strapped in, and they're moving him out over the edge, and he's wearing his sunglasses.
Sunglasses on, and so two swings side by side, both alike in fair Verona. And we don't like, it was just
consistently inconsistent.
And so there were several examples of that. Again, now that could have been a training issue. That could have been that could be chalked up to inaugural, but it's things like that. There are some bigger ones that we'll talk about in the full review.
Yeah. Thanks for asking. Lindsay Mashaw said that she is so sorry and disappointed for our World America experience. They loved their time on Europa.
We loved our time. We did.
I was going to say, we still had a really enjoyable cruise.
Yeah, of course.
There were just some of those challenges along the way that it could have been better.
Now, I will say, Lindsay, we've met several people on this voyage who did Europa and now did World America, and they said they could never go back to World Europa.
Right.
World America has really, they said they couldn't believe. Everyone we talked to had the same thing to say. They couldn't believe how much more they crammed into this ship in the same space, but didn't make it feel like it was, you were like always side by side to people. They said they couldn't go back to Europa now.
Now, something to keep in mind is this first sailing was not at full capacity.
It's true.
So add another 2,000 people on top of our experience, and I'm sure we would have felt that ship was bursting at the seams.
Yeah, we didn't really have lines. We didn't have, the only time we really waited was in the main dining room. The main dining room service was slow.
Yes.
I mean, we're talking 2 hours every single night, at least slow.
Yeah.
And so that was, we experienced that on Carnival Venezia's inaugural, though. I mean, to be fair, when Jason and I did that inaugural, I mean, that first night we were in the dining room 2.5 hours. And so the kitchen's getting into a routine. And so there are things that I absolutely chalk up to inaugural jitters. And then there are some things that are just MSC.
Yeah, just MSC. Brandy, she would have loved to see Dirty Dancing in concert, but she says that Rocky Horror is better.
Can you imagine a cruise line doing Rocky Horror? It would have to be Virgin.
It would have to be Virgin.
It'd have to be Virgin. Yeah.
Oh, Rocky. Sorry. Yeah, no.
Okay.
Mark doesn't know. Yeah, spicy. That was a little spicy. Thanks, Connie. The Cam fam said good afternoon, and
the Cam fam
C is here. Hello, See It With C.
Gosh. Hey, See It With C. It was such a pleasure meeting you and sailing with you.
Yeah, so we actually met See It With C at our hotel, ironically, in Miami.
It's a small cruise.
Yes, there. We were checking in, and she was asking about the shuttle that takes you from the hotel to the cruise port for the next day.
And I was like, well, I'd also like to know.
Yeah, we didn't even know that was a thing. And then we ended up getting on the same shuttle together, and we ran into her and Leanne. Was it?
Leanne Travel?
Yeah, Leanne travels multiple times across the sailing. So happy that you made it home safely. See It With C, and
so great to meet you.
Yeah, can't wait. Great.
We will cross paths again. It is a small cruise world out there.
Yeah. All right, coming back to some of our
and
yes,
go follow See It With C.
Yes.
If you're not already following, go give a like, give a thumbs up, and follow.
Yeah, she's got a great channel. All right, now for the fun one.
We can't talk about this one.
No, it's just gonna show up on the screen.
Okay,
that's it. You ready? Here we go.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, big, right?
Okay, that was
yeah. All right, that's about all you got.
Okay, so that's all about. We will, in our full review, we will speak easily about this experience. Suffice it to say, honestly, it did have that had to close the cruise with that experience. To close the cruise on that experience actually elevated my full ranking of the ship. So I had already kind of said, okay, here's where I think my ranking is going to come in.
Yep.
It actually elevated because it was such a cool experience.
Yeah.
You know us. We've talked about similar experiences on Margaritaville at Sea Islander. We had a blast there. Virgin. We've talked about those. Arr, on Virgin.
If you know, you know.
You know. It was such a great experience, and the crew took such great care of us.
It was really great. Oh, look at that. It looks like we have people that know exactly what happened.
I love it.
See, it was, he said, it's nice you got in. Tom said, yeah, I was hoping you got to see the third officer.
Yes, we sure did.
Lindsay said, looks like you found the third officer. And Connie said, cool, you can.
Gosh, you guys are all pros at this. I mean, you all know more than we know. We hunted.
We did.
For that third. Rocky.
Excuse me.
Rocky had me going up to random people on the ship saying, do you have something for me?
It's true.
And they'd look and they'd be like, I am the hotel manager. What do you need something? Yes, I need you to fix our sink that leaked the entire sailing.
And our AC that didn't work. Oh. Previews.
Okay.
Should we go to something else?
We did get 2 of the coins. Yeah. Thank you to our friends, Hector and Robin, and I went out of order. We always say their names in order. Just a fantastic group of human beings from OHIO.
Yes, were they?
That's what I was asking.
I don't remember where they were from.
All right,
we had a little bit of fun on our cruise. I guess
we did have Denise, Robin, Tara, and Hector.
There we go.
Denise, Robin, Tara, and Hector. Thank you. They scored a couple of extra coins and they gifted them to us
they were really
so that we could go, which was amazing. And truly, the drinks, as you know, are not included in your drinks package, and they are 20% gratuity. So it was not a cheap experience in any way.
No,
but it was a cool experience. And we were spoiled.
We definitely were. That was cool.
Okay.
All right. Here's a couple more slides of pictures. You will see this picture probably a couple times when it comes to our full review, I would imagine. But we did the jaw drop. That is the giant slide that goes 11 decks from the top all the way down to the bottom deck in the promenade.
You climb into the shark's mouth.
You do.
It's cool, and you slide down. Like Norwegian Prima, I wish I wouldn't have screamed this going down the slide, but I screamed, I'm on Norwegian Prima! Because I got stuck and I had to inchworm my way down through the slide.
He put it out there.
I'm telling you, it's a scary, when you get trapped in an enclosed tube, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just, is anyone else out there a little claustrophobic? I'm curious. But when you get stuck and you're just laying there in a little material sled, like a gunny sack, and you're laying there and the tube is closed and it's completely pitch black and you don't know where you are in the slide. You could be you could be close to the end, you could be in the middle, like you don't know, and you're just like, oh no. Oh no. I feel like that. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. Yeah. I like, and so you just kind of have to inch your way forward until you start. I did pick up a little bit of traction again and started moving again, but it was
same. Ooh, yeah. I had the same experience. It was fun though. It was really cool.
With that, maybe it's just me. Maybe that wouldn't bother anyone else.
I know. I'm sure if someone was
did it bother you?
No.
Oh.
But I'm sure that if Stephanie did it, she would have been struggling.
She was gonna do it though.
Yeah, I don't know that she did.
Oh,
I don't know actually. We never
Mark and Stephanie. Yeah, we never Stephanie were on board.
We never wrapped up that conversation.
Man, we got to chat with a lot of people on board this sailing. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Max and John, our friend Max from Seattle, and his friend John were on board. So we got to do a dinner with them.
We did
a 2 dinners,
2 or 3. I think
3, not 3. No,
I think it was.
No,
whatever.
And they went to Italy. They
paid the pizza and burger.
Yeah, pizza and burger. Oh my gosh, I loved pizza and burger. Do you have a picture of it?
I do not actually.
Oh my gosh. Well, there's pizza and burgers. So I mean, you kind of can draw your own conclusion of what that looks like. But the pizza's on MSC. It's an Italian ship. Pizzas are amazing.
They were very good.
Yeah. Did you have one more image?
I do.
Oh,
I do. I just figured I would pull us back up since we're talking. And,
yeah.
You know.
Okay.
Okay. You want that back?
Yeah, I'd like that. I'd like it back up.
Okay.
Let's finish it out.
Last one. There we go. This, of course, I had to bring it up last. My favorite show on board was Queen Symphonic. Again, I know we've said it before. If you know anything about me, you probably have a pretty good idea that I love Queen, the music, the rock band. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for giving me such a diverse and wonderful musical education as a child. Queen is amazing, and they had a show that was dedicated entirely to Queen. Now, the backstory behind this show, which I don't know if Mark, if you've paid attention to this, there was actually a production called Queen Symphonic that was put out, and that was it was a live string orchestra
Oh, is
that
it?
performed, yeah.
Oh, they
So
played it in the
they
background.
played in the background. So basically, what happened was they did this whole symphonic take on Queen music, and it was a really popular thing. And so MSC got a hold of this and partnered up with the producers of Queen Symphonic, and they brought the show to life on the stage on World
Yeah.
America. And they had on the screens, they were projecting the actual Queen Symphonic show, and they actually had it rescored a little bit to match with their music that they were going to
Okay.
produce. But they brought it onto the ship, and it was just so cool. It was a great show experience. You had singers, you had musicians, and you had dancers, and you had aerialists, all part of the show. It was just a dazzling experience for me.
Domi Arigato,
Mr. Roboto.
Mr. Roboto, Radio Gaga.
Yes.
I mean, of course, they had your Queen classics that
Bohemian
everyone knows.
Rhapsody.
Of course, the boom boom bah,
Yes.
boom, that one.
Yes.
It was a great show. Was it your favorite show on board?
It was.
It was your
Yeah,
favorite.
yeah, without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
What was my favorite show on board?
I would say it was Dirty Dancing concert.
The matinee.
Yeah.
You don't think it was
Sonic?
No, that last night. What was that?
Oh, Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame.
Sorry, y'all. I don't know what they were thinking with Hall of Fame.
Oh my gosh, there were several misses, y'all. Several misses. I don't know what they were thinking. Anyway, okay, so yeah, it probably would have been the matinee of Dirty Dancing. I just thought it was so cool. I've never seen they played the full movie in the background and people came out and sang and danced and like it was just so cool.
I think I need to find a production of Rocky Horror Picture Show in town and introduce Mark.
I guess when Patrick Swayze first came on the screen, everyone in the crowd went wild and cheered for him. Like it was
cool.
It was cool.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was cool. And I shared it on Tall Man's Cruise Adventures. I didn't remember that movie. I mean, I've
Yeah.
seen the movie.
Yeah.
I didn't remember the movie at all. And so I really enjoyed the movie too.
Yeah, yeah. You kind of felt like, oh, where was I gonna go with this? Oh my gosh.
Dirty Dancing?
Well, I mean, yeah.
Or you kind of felt like you were at Rocky Horror.
Oh, it was a cult classic is what it feels like now. It was really cool how they did it.
Yes.
And it turned it into that cult classic kind of a feel.
Agreed.
You know, just like there's a Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion, like a whole bunch of different movies are kind of in that same feeling.
Okay.
Anyway, Marcy, she loves Queen as well.
Freddie was great.
Freddie, yeah, Freddie was great. Well, and it wasn't any one person playing Freddie. It moves around. I know he had the mustache.
It wasn't Freddie?
Well, he was a dancer, not a singer.
That was Freddie.
I know.
The whole show, I thought that was Freddie.
No.
Oh, okay.
Freddie can't dance like that. Maybe.
Okay. Fantastic.
So anyway, those are all the photos that I wanted to share with you from our experience. I really picked all the highlights and the things that made us the most happiest.
Oh my God.
I think that's important for you all to hear about.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So, excuse me.
Sorry.
There were a lot of highlights. When we look at the love, didn't love, because we've already put together our full review, kind of the brainstorm of what we loved, what we didn't love, what we hated. And there's a giant list of loved. The food, the fast casual food at the promenade and the harbor, the quick bites.
Yes.
Phenomenal food.
Good.
So many options for upcharge dining. If you're into that on your cruise, a ton. Max and John went to Italy, as I mentioned. We could not get reservations, unfortunately. That was the one place that I really wanted to check out. We couldn't get reservations. But it looked phenomenal. Now, it was $55 for Italian food per person.
Yep.
And then that included your appetizer, your main, and your entree and your dessert, like an app.
3-course
salad and soup, and or soup, or
so
two apps, an entree and a dessert.
So 4. Okay.
And you could add pasta if you wanted to try their homemade pasta. You could add pasta as well for $20 additional for pasta. So $75 for like it
That's
just
a lot.
I was surprised by the price point a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah. Agreed.
Just based on some of the other experiences we've had on other cruises. What I will say, I do understand why Carnival continues to raise their prices on specialty dining.
I know they're
as
low.
as we continue to compare across the lines, Carnival is way low on their specialty
Yeah.
dining, even at $24
Yeah.
for Gigi's Asian Kitchen. I mean that they should be charging $50 based on MSC and based on. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Um, it was expensive to do special dining. The first day we talked to the hostess and she said if you're gonna do it, book them all now. She's like, we've already sold out of one restaurant and it looks like Paxos is almost sold out. And this was the first day of the sailing. And
To
so
be fair, they sold out of the Butcher's Cut, which is their steakhouse on board. Now, when MSC built this ship, they said, you know, we're building it for the American market. We're really excited.
we're making intentional design changes for the American market.
So we did our ship tour, as we do. We walked around and entered all the different venues on board. We went into Butcher's Cut expecting to see it, you know, a substantial size of a venue. And there were 12 tables inside and like 6 tables out on the promenade.
Couldn't believe how small. I think there were a few more than 12, but
Not
not
much.
a lot. It was the smallest
Yeah.
steakhouse
Yeah.
I've ever seen
Yeah.
on a cruise ship.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's why it sold out.
that was wild to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was strange.
Good point.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, it's Easter Sunday. We should let you get back to your holidays.
Yeah, a lot of people are out there making their dinners for tonight.
Yes, enjoy the ham or the turkey or the tofu, whatever it is that you're going to enjoy, or the
matzah if
or the
you're
matzah.
celebrating Passover.
If you're celebrating Passover, yes, happy Passover.
Passover. Yeah.
However it is you are celebrating today, we hope
got
that
a
you're
couple
having a
more
great day.
things.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
Just keep people paying and paying and paying for specialty. Yep, I think they'll just keep raising the prices.
I think so.
Same with the alcohol package. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely for
Yeah,
sure.
it is so true.
I mean, what's Carnival up to now? $85 a day for
I don't
drinks?
even know. Yeah, it's priced out of my pocket. I can't afford that.
No, I just don't drink enough.
No, it's true. We don't.
I mean, yeah, even if we could afford it, which, hey, Carnival, jump in the DMs. Even if we could afford it, we just don't drink enough to make it worthwhile.
Right. Lindsay said that at the nicer restaurants around where they live, the pastas can be found for 14 to 18 euros. It is so painful.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. Yeah, because I mean, if you're adding that on to the dinner, so yeah, $75 plus another 20%. It felt a lot for Italian. It was sold out anyway, so it didn't really matter. I mean, it didn't really matter.
Yeah,
But
we could have done lunch maybe.
yeah. What was your favorite thing on MSC World America? And then
Favorite thing.
Favorite of the whole ship, and then we'll let them get back to their Easter. Favorite thing on World America.
I'm gonna need some music or something.
Do you have any favorites that you've already seen in any of the videos you've watched, or the deck plans, or the previews? Mine would have to be the Drew Barrymore and Orlando Bloom non-stop ads played everywhere in every elevator bank and every hallway on the ship. I mean, they clearly are getting their money worth out of that commercial that they did for the Super Bowl, because it plays any digital screen on the ship. They play that commercial in the elevator. It's playing in the elevator as you're going up. I mean, we saw Drew Barrymore and Orlando Bloom more on this cruise than I've seen John Heald in the last 6 months. That was not actually my favorite part.
No.
That was probably not my favorite part.
No.
I will say, because I wasn't feeling super great, I did take the elevators, and those were some. I know I said this about Norwegian Prima.
Yeah.
I was like, what? We're going on Norwegian Joy coming up in a month. Norwegian Prima, the ship that we just did in February, those elevators were flawless, phenomenal, and we always had them to ourselves. I felt the same for World America. Even though they were those smart elevators that a lot of cruisers hate, where you press the number on the outside bank and then it tells you which elevator to go to. This implementation, I don't know what they did differently.
It was great.
But it worked. And the elevators were fast. It was great.
Yeah, for that many people, it was wonderful to see.
That wasn't my favorite thing, but I'm curious what yours is.
Real quick, Connie did say that she wants to hear about the Greek food at Paxos. We heard
they have Paxos and Paxos on the Go.
Correct.
2 different establishments.
Correct. we talked to several people that went to Paxos during the sailing, and they said that they loved it. It was phenomenal food, great experience, and all
But
that. Yeah.
they did warn.
Oh.
They had a warning about Paxos.
Yes.
Don't eat anything else the entire day
Yes.
because there is so much food.
Yes.
They said every single person we talked to. Now, Paxos on the go, you pay a la carte and it's a window service and you can take it to go. And they had like falafels and wraps and some stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the main Paxos restaurant, their signature is the seafood, which is again part of the reason why we didn't book that one.
Yeah.
I mean, she walked us in and she's like, there's an entire seafood display
Like a market.
all of the fresh fish is on ice and you kind of choose which of the fish you want. And we were like, it's pretty.
Yeah.
But it did not speak to us.
No.
And so
Right.
yeah.
Right. Sandy said goodbye. I just wanted to pull that up real quick. Thank you, Sandy. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter, Sandy.
Since when do you do elevators?
Yeah.
Late nights. We'll do elevators
Late nights
night.
before bed. And then if I'm not feeling 100%, just
Yeah.
not to stress out the body.
According to Lindsay, the smart elevators on World Europa were great too.
Okay.
Probably
Okay.
uses a wheelchair, so they're elevator experts. Yeah.
Mhm.
But yes, Paxos does sound amazing.
It looked amazing.
really good.
The non-seafood stuff. I mean, even the seafood stuff, I'm sure was good.
Yeah,
But like
probably.
the hummus,
Yeah.
because we saw all of the meze.
Oh yeah,
the
the meze.
learned a new word. The meze. So all of the
We
appetizers.
used meze plates on Resilient Lady.
I didn't know what that meant.
Oh, okay. Kathy B. Hey, Kathy B.
Hey,
Happy
Kathy B.
Easter.
Happy Easter, happy Sunday. Welcome aboard.
My favorite.
Okay, now we're getting to this is drum roll, please, everyone. We've waited until 50 minutes in to hear Rocky's favorite part of MSC World America.
As Mark dies. My favorite part was something that I can't talk about. Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry, y'all.
Okay, that was your favorite part of this experience?
It was I don't want to say transformative because I keep that reserved for Prima. But it definitely was a very unique and very fun experience that I'm glad that we had the chance to explore.
Yep. Now I asked Rocky if it changed his impact because we don't share our ratings before the cruise.
Right.
We'll talk about our experience and we'll talk
Yeah.
about, hey, what are you thinking? I asked him if that experience changed his rating for the cruise, and he said no, which I loved your answer. Why?
Because it's not an experience that everyone can have. The team in there actually went above and beyond for us on our experience. So, I mean, that was an even more unique thing. But it's so limited to the number of people that can experience and enjoy it each sailing that I just can't justify it being something that moves the meter for me on how I felt about the sailing.
Because we're sharing our experience, but we're also sharing it to help other cruisers, right?
Yeah,
And so
absolutely.
when we give our ratings and we always say take what resonates with you and leave the rest.
Yep.
And so if the majority of cruisers out there will never get this experience, I can understand. It definitely did impact my score. I'm just telling you, I do not have the power to separate the two. It impacted my score for sure.
Good.
It's interesting because we talked to bye Brandy, sorry, I
And
missed
Tom.
you. Bye Tom.
I don't know if he's leaving. He's just like, happy Easter.
Get well, guys. Get well, guys.
Yeah.
Happy Easter, happy
Thank you.
Passover. What I will say is we talked to an individual from another cruise line that was on board.
Oh yes.
We committed that we would not share this individual's name or the company that they work for, but they were on as a reconnaissance mission essentially. And what they said is they've talked about doing a unique space called a speakeasy. You had it on the image.
I did. Yeah, it's fine.
They've talked about doing a speakeasy on the ships, but they just know that it will disappoint. Like there's no way to deliver that experience to the number of people that would want to do it.
Right.
And how do you do it in a fair or equitable way? And so they have not done it. But it's interesting because that individual was in the speakeasy. They got to go to the speakeasy with us and see the experience. And I think it reiterated to this person that I don't think we will see speakeasies on every line going forward.
No, I don't think so either.
They left and they said this was not an experience that can be replicated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think MSC did a great job at it.
Yeah,
honestly.
they really did.
I'm
really good.
glad that we had that opportunity, but like I said, yeah, it's not going to impact my overall
So
rating.
that's your favorite part.
Yeah. What about you?
My favorite part would be, oh gosh,
Getting to sail with me. Oh, you're so kind.
absolutely. In all seriousness, I mean, we got to see Tallman's Cruise Adventures again. We got to meet See It With Sea. We got to meet
Leanne
Leanne
Travels.
Travels. We got to
See Mark and Stephanie.
yeah, we haven't seen Mark
Bass
Travels for
Travels.
a while. Bass Travels. We got to
Mark and Stephanie was December.
yeah, it's been a while. We got to meet, as we said, so many fellow cruisers.
Yeah.
Like I love that. That
Yeah.
to me, I know. I actually know my
I know where
favorite
he's
part.
going.
Augustina. Augustina was one of
Yeah,
my
she
favorite
was
part.
great.
She was amazing. She
Uh,
saw us walking by on the promenade, and she'd like, "Mark and Rocky champagne,"
yeah.
and we'd be like, "Oh, okay,
Okay.
oh, all
Yes.
right." I guess so. I mean, when the bar was closed for a special event one night, she saw me outside, and I was just like looking in, and she's like, she comes over, she's like, "I'll grab you two. Shh, I'll grab you two." And she went out and she grabbed us two and brought us two champagnes. She remembered from day one. She remembered our folio number.
Yeah.
So she never had to ask for our cards, never had to ask, always called us, greeted us by name, greeted you by Rocky,
Yeah, she
not
did.
what was on
Yeah.
your card.
Yep.
I mean, just a phenomenal service experience, one of the best. And I love I love the champagne bar on all of MSC ships, and
Yeah.
I absolutely love the experience
Yeah.
on this. And that was consistent all 7 days, which
Yes.
I love.
Yes.
Versus I would probably pick what you picked.
Yeah.
I'd probably pick the Speakeasy 2 as
Fine.
the like the pinnacle of the experience. But when I think about all 7 days and the consistency,
Yep.
the team, and it wasn't just Augustine, of course, she had a great team with her. Dee was there,
Dee was
Excel
awesome.
was there,
Rexy.
Mark. I mean, there was
Awesome
a
team.
great team there, and we just had a blast.
Yeah. So Mike and Steve, when you head over, do not miss Champagne Fizz Bar and make sure that you say hi to Augustina for us.
Honestly,
Please.
Mike,
Please.
if you're still here, go talk to Augustina,
Yes.
show her our picture and say,
Yes.
Mark and Rocky, say hello.
Yeah.
I promise you, she will take care of you.
Yeah.
I promise.
She will. She was awesome. We did have a question from Jake Patchog.
Yep.
He was wondering if we would sail again. Why or why not? Do we cliffhanger this? What do you think, Mark?
Stay tuned for the full review. I will share my personal experience. I will sail MSC again in a heartbeat. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely will sail MSC again in a heartbeat. We are talking about canceling the World Asia inaugural after our experience this week. And so I will sail MSC again. I don't know that I would choose to sail this ship again.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was a lot to be desired, and we've mentioned it before. And we're trying not to hold the inaugural piece over that experience, right? But I think for us, we also don't have a huge love for the larger ships, but we do. I don't know. Maybe that's not
Yeah.
the right direction to go in.
Yeah, I mean, I love the large. I love
Mardi Gras. I
but
know.
but our experience. This is the beauty of this is why we do our full reviews,
Yeah.
is so you can hear the different things that impacted our experience or what we loved or what we didn't love. That's why
Right.
we do it. Look at See It With Sea. See It With Sea
Yeah,
absolutely would
fun.
do it again in a heartbeat, which I love. This is why I love about cruising. There are so many ships, and I always say there is a ship for everyone
Yes.
out there. There is an experience for everyone out there. It doesn't matter. Let's say you've done Carnival and you're like, I will never cruise again because I didn't like that experience. Okay, maybe Carnival wasn't for you. We personally love Carnival. We've been on many a Carnival cruise.
Yeah.
Maybe Royal is more your style. Maybe Virgin is more your style without any kids. This experience, there's a lot to love.
There is.
I just think I've had a better MSC experience on different ships. Now, how much of it is chalked to the inaugural? That's why we've said maybe we don't do World Asia for her inaugural. Maybe we do World Asia at a separate time, because the challenges, there were quite a few challenges.
There were. Yeah, just stay tuned for the full review where we get to hash out all of those details and we can get into like deeper dive of them.
But if you haven't already, joined the MSC World America Facebook group.
Yeah.
Not affiliated with that group in any
No,
way,
yeah.
just members. You will see a lot of people. There's a lot to love about MSC World America. And so again, like I said, we'll share our experiences.
Yep, absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you, See It With Sea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that everything?
That's everything. We committed to an hour today so that we could take naps.
Get ourselves some soup.
Get us some soup.
Some something.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for joining us for this special edition Sail Talk Sunday, Easter Sunday.
Easter Sunday.
I
know. I figured we forgot when we were scheduling.
I haven't been feeling well, and like you said, I've been in a fog, and I didn't even realize today was Easter. So sorry
for spending your Easter with us.
sorry that I didn't have an Easter bunny on the screen hopping
Same.
across,
Same. That's also on me.
or some matzah.
So, matzah doesn't hop. If it hops, it breaks.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, y'all.
Everyone, have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Enjoy. Hope you're spending time with family this evening as you have your Easter dinner, and make it a great week. We will put out our first 24. We're gonna talk about it and figure out if we're gonna do that today or if we're gonna hold off a day maybe on.
What do you think? Should we put out first 24 hours on board today? Like, are folks on YouTube? Are folks gonna be watching YouTube on Easter Sunday, or should we wait until
tomorrow,
Tuesday? I mean, I think we put it out. I mean, I think
it'll do what it'll do. Right?
Yeah. If people want to learn about our first 24 hours on board, they'll watch. You will watch it.
Yeah,
I know you.
Yeah, of course you
will watch it. Yes, absolutely.
Said happy Easter and feel better.
Thank you, Kai.
FWB said happy Easter, first time being here. Welcome aboard.
Sorry that we're a little under the weather for this one.
We're usually better on our sale talks. Maybe because it's Sunday, not Saturday.
Maybe.
Lisa B said happy Easter and welcome back. We should be able to go. We should be able to do our sale talk Saturday next weekend, right? Because I think we fly. I really do think we fly on Sunday.
Okay. Today, Marcy.
Everyone's asking. Okay. Connie said today. Marcy said today.
Okay.
Do
you know who we fly next week?
American?
I don't think so. Southwest.
Wow.
Where are we going?
On the calendar? It should be on the calendar.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Sunday.
Lauderdale. Sunday. Yeah, we'll do Sale Talk Saturday next week. So we will see you in just 6 days. In just 6 days, we will be seeing you again. Thank you so much, everyone.
I'm giving a wow.
Yeah.
Kathy Rainwater said she's just sitting around making native plant lists. Fun. So she's not doing much. So either way, she'll be watching.
Okay, perfect. Yes, put it on.
So BB wants it today. See what C said. Do it today before the second week, folks.
Fair. Good point.
Yes.
Okay, let's go publish that now.
All right.
Or let's go finish. We
have to finish editing. There's a few little things.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, thank you again, everyone, for being here. I hope you have a wonderful week.